Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hey cuties, new microphone, who this? Okay, for real, let me stop playing. Welcome to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Kia, and this is my channel where I do my own polygel nails. I used to do acrylic, but I moved to polygel because my husband hates the smell, and I have 3 small children, and I didn't like them smelling in that smell. So here we are to polygel, and now my videos are about the designs that I do. But that's probably going to change soon. But this is going to be a video about how to easily marble your nails with like blooming gel and any type of gel polish. Like, you could buy the cheaper ones off of Amazon, you could buy the more expensive ones, you can get the happy medium ones like the ones from Madam Glam, which are like good quality but not super expensive. So that's why I call them happy medium. If you want to try those, click the link in my description box. There will be a link. I will get a commission off of those if you do purchase through the link, but it also serves you guys a great deal because you get to save some money while trying some new polish. And you'll also see the colors and, you know, ways that you can use them, because I'm using them in this video and I've also been using them in other videos. So, but yeah, though, I just wanted to put that little plug in there about the Madam Glam polishes. But this is just going to be, I actually showed me like doing both of my hands though. I'm not sure if you guys care, but I included it, so it's in there. I want y'all real quick though, let me know below, would y'all be interested in seeing videos of me actually doing the polygel like fill-ins and things like that? Because I bought a new memory card to try to be able to capture that, but I don't know if you guys would be interested in those longer videos like that. So let me know in the comments below so that I don't waste my time, because these videos take a while. So yeah, but I like to top coat all of my nails first, just because top coating it always makes it easier for drawing on top of it. Ever since I learned that hack, it's like that's how I start on my nails. I never know what I'm going to do, but I make sure I top coat them first, just because I'm like, most likely it's going to be some type of Frenchie. I love a good Frenchie. I be trying to stay away from the Frenchies, y'all, I really do, but they have me, and I used to hate French tips. I used to hate the white ones because I felt like they were plain Jane, everybody got white tips, and I didn't like doing what everybody else do. Now I love them, I just like to do them in different colors, but I'm not gonna lie, that white do be hitting though. So I'm changed. I've changed. But in the beginning, of course, I show you guys the Madam Glam colors that I am using. So if you're interested or you like the colors that you see here, just make sure you rewind the clip and you can find the colors there. But I'm going to also try to link everything in the description box. If you see me turning my hand, that is because filming at an angle that's far away from me, and it can be kind of uncomfortable at times or make it hard for me to see. I'm the type of person, when I do my nails, they got to be all up in my face, and it's still a challenge. Oh, y'all, look at my hands. They might be slightly ashy, but I made sure to put some lotion on beforehand, so y'all won't be trying to like try me and roast me or be like, oh, well, her hands look like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at some of the old videos, I was like, oh, girl. I don't be thinking though, because you know all the dust be flying everywhere and you got to wash your hands to get it off. So it's like, all right, let me come on, sit down and design these nails. So you're not thinking about putting no lotion on top of that until, you know, until the finished product. So that's why my hands be ashy. I apologize for that in my last video. I told you I was gonna try not to do that no more. I also have a habit of, like, when I mess up with polish, using my nail to try to fix it instead of getting a brush with acetone. Make sure y'all get the brush with the acetone to do it the right way. But yeah, I'm going to take a break and then I'm going to come back and then I'm going to get into the different types of, the different tips and that I have for you guys to kind of help with doing your nail art better. This is mostly for beginners though, just because I consider myself intermediate. I move slow as molasses like a beginner, even though I've been doing my nails since I was 14 years old. But we're gonna ignore that because it's still frustrating at times how slow I move. But like I said, I'm gonna ignore that. Why can't I get any faster? Okay, ranting over about my speed, but I'm gonna give it a break and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk about the tips. Bye, y'all. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So tip number one is, like I said, always the top coat your nails when you're going to do some type of nail art. Especially, it makes it a lot easier to draw the lines and for the polish to glide on. Tip number two, when you're doing Frenchies, you'll see that I placed a little small line where I wanted the center of my nail bed to like dip, the little dip curve part of the nail bed, like when you're drawing the Frenchies, as you see me doing the video. I don't know how to explain that in words, but you get it. Put the little line there and then basically play connect the dots. Draw the lines down far enough to meet in the middle so that it'll look more rounded and it'll look, better like it's supposed to. And then once you do that, you can take the regular brush from the polish that you're using to like make it easier to fill in the whole French itself. Also, what I would recommend is that I just about to say, take that little brush that you use to draw the line, and if you're doing a deep French, make sure you use that brush to color the sides, because I don't think people realize, but that side of your nail does matter, because when you're taking pictures and things, you can see if someone had behind polished it. I know sometimes it's hard to see and it can be difficult to get in the little corner, but I'm just saying, don't leave it not polished on purpose, because then it'll look a little unfinished. I would say for this, Madam Glam's like colors are so pigmented, and one coat just has like so much pigment in it. And I remember back in the day, people used to do 2 coats. I don't even know, do people still do 2 coats of polish every now and then? I do every now and then, but it doesn't help me. It ruins the shape and makes my nails unnecessarily thick. Maybe I put too much on, but I just did 1 coat. Now we getting into the nitty gritty. Okay, now I cured that, like I said, and I did 1 coat, and now I am applying the blooming gel on top of all of the paint. Now, most people will take that little detail brush to put the blooming gel in the corners where the French is, but it wasn't that deep for me. I feel like I could take the regular brush and get it to match good enough. Trying to get it to line up good enough. If some of the blooming gel did get on the nail bed area, then I was like, whatever. You can clean it up with acetone. So, but don't be like me. You could be a little bit extra and be a perfectionist and like do it the right way if you want to. But also, the next tip, don't be afraid to do a practice nail, because that's literally what I did on my pinky. I was like, I don't know how this gonna go. Worst case scenario, if I didn't like the marble, I could have took that off and still kept the pink tips and did something else fun with them, because I didn't mind the pink tip. Because like I said, when in doubt, I do pink, even though it's not my favorite color. My favorite color is blue. But pink just always look good on everybody's skin. There's so many different shades. It's like, when in doubt, I just go with pink. Some shade of pink. So since I did the tester finger and I like the way it turned out, I am now going on all of my nails to apply the blooming gel. Only, like I said, only on the pink areas. And always, please, when you're doing it, always take your fingers and wipe the sides like I just did. And this is my personal preference, because I'm not trying to be up super late, and I already knew it was going to be messy because I'm doing marble. So I decided to take the brush and just dap the color on every nail, because I'm just putting globs as marble, so it doesn't really matter. However, I'm also using the same brush. I had to speed this up because honestly, y'all, in real time, I be going slow because I'm too busy focusing on the details. So I wiped that detail brush off on a napkin on the side and used the same brush to dip to get in the colors. And now I'm just taking that same brush and swirling it. You might got to give it a little bit to like get to, to look like something, because the blooming gel actually spreads, which is another reason why you're going to be consistently wiping the sides of your nails. Even if you feel like I've already done it before, you can keep doing it, because that's the whole point of blooming gel. That's how the polish spreads. When you put it there, it's some type of effect in there where it's like the blooming gel itself spreads or causes the polish to spread. But either way, if you put a little too much on or just leave it unchecked, if you check the sides of your nails, it'll like it's still flowing over in terms, making it look thicker than what it really is, because of the effect of the blooming gel. Which is why, as you can see, I keep wiping my sides. But it didn't ruin anything. What it did was it just pulled the polish further towards the edge and gave it more like a straight line to clean it up. I did my thumb. To be honest, I didn't really like my thumb. I envisioned it different in my head. I didn't really like the way the little triangle looked. I should have did it to where I left the triangle empty and filled in the top part. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to put my phone to do not disturb. I'll get better at that, y'all, with these voiceovers. But like I said, I don't re-record them because I've been on limited time. But you see why I'm drawing the little lines that show the triangle? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Lovely T, uploading a video and I'm getting notifications. Thank you, though. I'm gonna watch that later, of course. But as I was saying, You see how I went inside and filled in a triangle? I wish I did the opposite sides, like the top near the cuticle area and the bottom, and left that triangle space actually empty. I felt like that probably would have been cuter, but honestly, like I say, y'all, I'll be up to like 2 in the morning when I shouldn't be, because I work 8 to 5 and I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So please don't try to do the math, but just know the math ain't mathing when it comes to me getting the rest that I need. But I also like doing my channel. Hopefully more people find me and more people like me too. I'm biased because it's me, so I like my own videos, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm just saying that's why I ended up not doing the design that I went with. So don't be like me. If you're gonna design your nails, make sure you set the time aside too. But I always, that just has become the brain of my channel. I be wanting to do all the nice stuff on Pinterest that I see, but I'm always on a time crunch. So I call my designs like a cute lazy. They like a lazy. This is my version of lazy. Somebody might be like, that ain't lazy, but it's lazy for me, because if I really had the time, I would take my time to do more detailed things, if that makes sense. So yeah, but I still think my designs be cute. They lazy for me, but they still cute. Like, they lazy, but they plan. I still be sitting there thinking them out. So yeah, just want y'all to know that. But the best thing about this method really is you can have fun with it. You can do whatever you want with it with the blooming gel. Like, seriously, like, as you can see, I felt like it needed more white, so I was going back on top and add more white and stuff like that. I don't really like to add it though, because when you have to go back and add, the color spreads and some parts look thinner than the other. I mean, that's kind of more realistic, but I don't know. Let me just stop and hush there. But basically, I'm finished with everything. I've cured it, of course, and giving it some time to sit there and settle. With the blooming gel, it really looks more like a marble look compared to what it looked like the first time. And I just put a cute butterfly on it, and I'm using this Koopa top coat. I kind of wish I used my Madam Glam here. I don't know why I didn't. Sometimes I just go for whatever's right in front of me, and also do a better job than me and clean up your sides with the acetone, like the little corners where your French tip and stuff is. I know sometimes, like I said, it's hard to see that, but try your best to make sure you're turning your nails from every angle, which is another tip. Especially when you're drawing lines like triangles and French tips and things like that. Make sure you're turning your nail from different angles to make sure that you're drawing the lines correctly, that the lines are crooked, things like that. Also, when you're drawing lines, it's okay to press down on the brush just a little bit. Like, if you're trying to go for like a wider line, like how I drew on my index finger, put a little pressure on it. Now, this right here is I'm right-handed, and now I'm doing my right hand with my left hand. So a lot of times when it comes to this hand, I try to think of designs that I can easily draw with like the regular old big fat brush, just because trying to do the detail brush, I think I psych myself out mentally sometimes and make myself overly nervous, and it just don't feel right sometimes. So I try to do easier designs, and it's easier for me to do these type of designs on my dominant hand, because I can just press down on the brush, it flares out, and I try to keep my hand as steady as possible as I draw down so that it can give me like a straight line, as you can see. Because see, like on my other hand, I use the detail brush to outline it to make it nice and neat. This hand, I probably would have effed it up, to be honest. Honestly, if you're going to be doing like longer lines, that's like, if you weigh nails long like me and you're trying to draw a long line, it's better that you get like a long nail art brush. Those long thin ones, I think they're 25 millimeters or something like that. But basically, I'm not going to talk on this part of the video, because I believe that was most of the tips that I just wanted to give you guys. Just besides to have fun, it's okay. Mistakes are inevitable. Just try to learn from them. Take your time at the same time, so you'll create a base knowledge of what you know, and once you're good at that, then you can work on your speed. Hence, just because I'm telling you these things also does not mean that I am an expert or pro like a lot of other people on YouTube. I am learning, and y'all are learning with me. Even though I said I've been doing this since I was 14, I've been doing it on and off, so I haven't been able to consistently practice, which is probably now I'm not as great as I should be. I do struggle with lifting and things like that quite a bit. That's another thing I want to like start making videos on, exposing myself, so you guys know that just because somebody's making YouTube videos don't make them better than you, more perfect than you. You're learning with them, things like that. That's primarily the reason why most of my videos are design based, because I don't want to be showing y'all an application that's gonna lift. You know what I'm saying? But lately I've been getting it right. So that's why I'm thinking I might be ready to show y'all what I learned. It's been a long time coming. But okay, all right. I'm a hush. But I'm going to try my best to link everything in the description box. Like I said, don't forget to go try Madam Glam, y'all, and get you some good polishes, okay? Because they're about the same price as D&D. Only difference is, you know, D&D you get like 2 polishers, I think, or something like that in theirs. But with Madam Glam, you get, I would say, better quality polish. Like more opaque colors. Like I said, only 1 coat is needed a lot of times. And you're not only just paying for like the opaqueness, but it's like animal cruelty free. It's not tested on animals, things like that. I did a video on Madam Glam, so if you want to know everything that's not in it specifically, like I think it's 21 free or something like that, or Hemmer free. It's some different chemicals, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I try to go off the top of my head because I'm gonna get them all wrong. But you can go back and watch that video that I did with some Madam Glam polishes, and you'll see everything that I outlined that polish does not have. So it's a good, safe polish to use, especially if you're someone who have allergies or things like that, or you know, if you might be polishing the little girls' nails, like, you know, people do little gel manicures for little kids at home, stuff like that. I think Madam Glam might be better to use in regards to that versus maybe like a D&D or something else, just because of the health, you know, benefits of it. Okay. All right, bye, y'all. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel so you can become a cutie. And follow me on Instagram so I can become active. Because, you know, when I feel like people ain't following me, it be hard to post on other platforms. I'm going to leave it at that. It's easier for me to post on YouTube. So make sure you guys check my community tab. I'm going to try to start back posting on there too. And make sure you hit the bell so your post notifications are on. And make sure it's filled in that dark color. So it says you can get all notifications, not personalized. Because why would you do personalized? You should want to see everything from me. You know what I'm saying? So we could, that's part of the game. You know? Okay, bye. Let me stop playing. Bye. Bye, y'all.